All right, good morning and welcome to this discussion on how you will fill up the laboratory exercises number 7 and number 8, a series and parallel connection. Okay, so shown in the screen is the laboratory exercise. Okay, now I leave you to read the details of this laboratory exercise, the introduction. Okay, now let's go directly here to the materials needed for this laboratory. Okay, so we will use 6-volt battery, okay, and 6-volt incandescent lamp. Okay, yung 3 small sockets and 3 jumper wires, okay, di na natin yan kailangan since ang gagamitin natin is simulation. Okay, so let's now proceed to the problem settings or given. So we have here the schematic diagram as well as the pictorial diagram. Okay, we have a battery connected in series with a lamp 1, lamp 2, and lamp 3. So yan, lamp 1, lamp 2, and lamp 3 is connected in series. Okay? Now, what we will do is itong schematic diagram, gagawin natin ito sa ating simulator. We'll open every circuit. And then we click this new project or new design. Okay? Malagay natin yan dyan. Then insert our power source, DC power source. So let's change that to, since this is 1 volts, change natin yan to 6 volts. Okay, so 6 volts. And then let's insert the 3 bulbs or 3 incandescent lamp or pilot lamp in this case, this symbol. Okay, so tatlong ganyan. So, isa. Yan, so we have 3 pilot lamps. And then we change the settings or yung default value. In this case, 1.5 volts ito. Based on the laboratory activity, okay, pabaguhin natin to 6 volts. Okay, so bawat isang lamp. 1, change that to 6 volts. This one. Then we interconnect the circuit in series. Okay. Now we have this connection. Okay. This is actually the first procedure. So connect the lamp to the battery based on the circuit diagram shown in figure 7.1. This is actually the first procedure. Okay. Now before proceeding with procedures 2, 3, and 4, let's first simulate what will happen to this circuit. Okay. Let's press this play button over here. Simulation button. And here we can see that there is movement of current. Okay, these green dots representing the electrons. So there is flow of electrons, so there is current. And as we can see here, the total current for this circuit, since it is series, okay, is 1.67 milliamps. Okay, kung you can notice this is also 1.67, 1.67, and 1.67. Okay, based on our discussions last time, sinabi natin that current in a series circuit is actually constant. Okay, so hindi nagbabago pag series. And then you can also take note of the glow of the lamp. So kanina wala itong glow. Stop the simulation. So yan, walang glow. But when we simulated, so meron na, indicating that this particular pilot lamp or incandescent lamp is actually turning on right now. Okay, so that is for procedure number 1. Now what about for procedure number 2? Okay, remove the first bulb and observe what will happen to the other bulb. What we will do, this is the first bulb or lamp number 1. That one, then we delete. Then we play the simulation button. Okay, then observe. So you can see here, 0 ampere meaning there is no flow of current. So wala tayong na-observe na movement of electrons, yung mga green dots. Okay, ito yung nangyari for procedure number 2. Okay, for procedure number 3 naman, okay, sabi dito, repeat step number 2 but this time for the second bulb. What this means is, ibalik natin yung kanina. So let's just press this undo button. Ito yung kanina. Instead na ito yung tanggalin natin, ito naman. So, tanggalin natin yan. Then you play the simulation button. Then you take note of the current. Okay. in this particular circuit. And take note kung turn on ba yung ating bulbs. Same with the last procedure number 4. Lastly, remove the third bulb and observe the other bulb. In this case, ibalik natin yung second bulb, then tanggalin natin to. And then we play the simulation, then you observe. Okay, so that's for the procedures. Okay, so balik lang natin. Now, after the procedures 1, 2, 3, and 4, what happened when bulb, okay, sabi dito sa guide question number 1, what happened when one bulb was removed in the series connection? Based on the conducted simulation. Okay, anong nangyayari every time we remove a bulb connected in series? Why do you think it happens? Bakit kaya ganun yung nangyayari sa kuryente? Bakit kaya ganun yung nangyayari sa bulb? Okay? Status ng bulb, whether turn on or turn off. Bakit kaya ganun yung reaction ng circuit? And then the second guide question, punta tayo dito sa ilalim, ay sabi dito, if we add another bulb, what will be the effect to the other bulbs? So what this means is that, kung kanina meron tayong tatlo na bulbs, what we will do, we'll extend this one and then cut this wire. So mag-a-add tayo ng another na bulb. Just rotate this one. Don't forget na baguhin yung voltage, no? From 1.5 gawin natin 6 volts. So we interconnect this one. Then you play the simulation button, then you observe. Okay, observe the total current. Kung kanina is, if I remember correctly, 1.67 milliamps. What about in this particular circuit? So kayo na bahala mag-play nito and observe the current as well as the glow of the lamps. So you compare the current nung kanina na tatlong lamps lang yung connected in series to this one wherein meron tayong 4 na lamps na connected. What happened to the total current and what happened to the glow of the lamp? Okay? Is it much brighter? Is it dimmer? Okay? Is it the same lang? Okay? Yan yung ating i-observe dito. That's for number 2. Actually, yan na yung end nitong laboratory exercise. Okay? Now, take note class that in this particular laboratory exercise, you need to have 5 screenshots. So the first screenshot is ganito. First screenshot is this one. Okay? Simulate this one, then take the screenshot. Okay? Then the second one will be, tanggalin nyo itong bulb na to, then simulate. Okay? Tanggalin nyo yung bulb na yan, then simulate, then take the screenshot. That's the second. Now next is, tanggalin nyo to, okay? And then simulate, then take the screenshot. That's the third one. Then the fourth one will be, okay, tanggalin nyo to, then simulate, okay, then take the screenshot. Then the last one will be yung may 4 na bulbs. Okay? You simulate and then take the screenshot. There is a total of 5 screenshots for this. Now, the reason for this class is one of the purpose of this particular laboratory activity is for you to design, okay, design, wire, and test the series and parallel connections. Okay, so for the designing, okay, kung napansin nyo kanina, binabago ninyo yung default values. Okay, instead na 1 volt lang yung DC power source natin, ginawa nating 6 volts. So that's part of designing. And then the pilot lamp, instead na 1.5 volts yung default value, okay, ginawa nating 6 volts. Okay? So that's actually part of designing. And then we interconnected the circuit using this line. So we are actually wiring. To design, wire, and then lastly, we test. Okay? We play the simulation button and test whether the circuit will run or not. Whether there is flow of current. At kung merong flow of current, what is the amount of current flowing? Again, the purpose of taking the screenshots is for us to have proof, no, that you are able to design, wire, and test the series and parallel connection. So for this case, it's series. That ends our discussion for this laboratory exercise for series parallel, for series connection. Okay, and that's it. So that ends our discussion for the series connection laboratory exercise.